Phew! Let's see if we can wrap this all up and bring it together and then implement it in our app. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to our app.tsx file. And in our app.tsx file, what I'm going to do is take the router. So for all our routes, I'm going to wrap it in a cart provider. What is a cart provider? Let's move all this code inside first. So I'm going to bring all this code up inside the cart provider and save. Now, all this code is inside this cart provider. So when we're talking about children for the cart provider, we're talking about all of these different elements that are inside of it. And so those are the children of the cart provider. All right. Now let's try actually using it. And so I'm going to go to my donate page. Let's see where my page is. I'm going to go to my donate page to use this cart now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in here a statement that says, let's see where I want it. Do I want it in the return? I want it right here. Const add to cart. And the add to cart is going to call the use cart hook. Now the use cart hook exists because in our cart context file, we built it. We're exporting it. Use cart. So when the user calls a use cart, we're going to create an instance, so to speak, of the cart context using React's hook use context. All right, so we build in that moment. We use cart, and it's not going to recognize it at first, so we need to import from the context folder. The cart context file has that use cart in it that we just built. All right, so now when the user clicks on the button to add to the cart, we're not just going to navigate to the page. We have to do multiple things. And so whenever we're doing like a number of things in a function, it's probably better to build a function outside of it and then just call it here rather than having it be cluttered inside the onClick event. And so I'm going to create a function called handle add to cart. And in there, I'm going to build a const called new item that is a cart item. That didn't work well. So this is going to be to add a new item. It's going to be of type cart item, and that's going to be equal to, we have to pass in there the project ID, the project name, and the donation amount. Those are the three things that go inside there, right? And then once I've built a new instance of this cart item, then I want to call, let's see, we have to have a closing brace here. And then I'm going to call the add to cart method that we've built and pass in this new item. And then after we've done all that, then I'll call my navigate to the cart, just like we were doing down here. Save that. Now it doesn't recognize what these things are yet, and so we have to set up some variables to hold these, the project ID, the project name, and the amount here. Well, all we really need here, no, I guess we do need each of the three things. So, well, so the project name it recognizes because that's being passed in, right? And as it turns out, we actually need to have the project ID passed in as well, which we're going to do in just a second. But we do need to have a variable to hold, so I'll put one here called the donation amount, and that's going to be equal to, donation amount, and then we need a way to set the donation amount. Right, and then these shouldn't be braces, that should be brackets. And that's going to be equal to use state number, and then we'll just put 0 in there as a default. All right, we'll need to import the use state, and that takes care of, now it recognizes donation amount. But what about project ID? How do I get the project ID? And so this goes back to how did we get the project name in the first place? Well, on our project list component, we passed in project name. Well, what if I also want to pass in the project ID? Now, in the way we've done it before is to do an ampersand and add more onto what we're passing. But React doesn't do that. In React, we use a forward slash, and then we can put in the second thing. So I'll put in here $, opening brace, and call p.projectID to pass that second thing, right? And so now I'm passing two things, but it's saying, whoa, there's no route for this. So I have to go in and in the, let's see, where's our navigation? In the app TSX file, I need to go in and make it aware that there's going to be two things passed in. So I say /: the next thing that will be passed in is the project ID, and save that. And then it's saying, well, hang on, there's nothing to receive it on that other side. So we go to the donate page, and in here, where did we tell it about the project name? We can say project name, in the parameters, we can say we're going to get project name and project ID. All right, so now it recognizes project ID as another parameter that's coming in. If we do a save all, then in the app TSX file, what's not liking there? The donate page, what is it not like? Path is donate, project name, project ID. Oh, that's right. I think I remember this now. The issue is that the project ID, if we go back to the donate page, is how the information comes in. It comes across as a string, but project ID is supposed to be a number. And so what we do is we say, hey, project ID, by the way, is going to be a number. We're going to go strip the number out of the project ID that comes in. So this is like a little cast function to go get the string that's come in and convert it to a number. All right, do we need to do that with donation amount? No, because donation amount's coming in right here on this, from this form. All right, let me see if we've got it all now. Cart item. We need to import that type. Project name. It says it's undefined, so we can do the same thing here and say this is going to be a string. What did I do here? Yeah, I don't know what we need to... Expected type comes from property project name, which is declared here on cart item. I don't know. Let's come back to that one. My dilemma here is that in an effort not to record in the afternoon, I made these notes like a week ago. And so I'm trying to remember some of the things that I went through as I was creating this in the test. But what I do know we need to do is when we get the input for the number, it needs to be, we want to go up and put that number into the donation amount. And so we want to say, the value of this is going to be the donation amount that we've set up, and the on change, when the user changes this, we're going to have to tackle this in the next video. Spencer out.